James Webb Space Telescope spotted a large object about 10 light years away moving toward Earth.
The story begins in July 2025 as astronomical surveys quietly scan the night sky. But then, a single faint dot appears, moving too fast and on the wrong trajectory. Astronomers run the calculations and confirm it's not from our solar system. They name it Threeey Atlas, only the third interstellar visitor humanity has ever seen. The first was the silent cigar-shaped Oumuamua. The second, a relatively normal comet named Borisov. This third visitor, however, would be something else entirely. By the time it's spotted, it has already passed Jupiter's orbit and is hurtling toward the Sun at an astonishing 130,000 miles per hour. There's no time to launch a probe, no way to intercept it. All we can do is watch. And for that, we have the most powerful eye in history, the James Webb Space Telescope. As Webb pivots its golden mirror to lock onto the intruder, the story of Threeey Atlas becomes one of the most compelling mysteries of the 21st century. For 12 straight hours, the James Webb Space Telescope's near-infrared spectrograph, or NIRSPEC, stares at the heart of Threeey Atlas, its 7-mile-wide nucleus. In the cold of space, a comet should be a quiet, frozen object, gently warmed by the sun. But that's not what Webb's data shows. It records pockets of intense heat blooming from within the comet itself. Even more baffling is the light curve. As the comet rotates, its brightness changes. But Threeey Atlas isn't just changing, it's pulsing. Every 3.7 hours, like clockwork, its brightness surges dramatically. This suggests that kilometers of material are shifting with each rotation. Yet when astronomers look at the coma, the fuzzy atmosphere of gas and dust, they find nothing to explain it. A surface explosion would create a plume. Here, there is nothing. The powerful, rhythmic event is happening under the surface. That regular, powerful pulse is what set the astronomy world on fire. Natural explanations seemed unlikely. A landslide is a chaotic, one-off event. This was a sustained, metronomic beat. A jet of gas powerful enough to cause such a surge would be easily visible in the coma and would alter the comet's path. This event was invisible, yet its power was undeniable. Follow-up observations from the Hubble Space Telescope confirmed the unthinkable. By measuring the comet's position against background stars, Hubble clocked a 2-degree wobble in its spin axis in just over a week. Imagine a spinning top the size of a mountain and something inside it sloshing around with enough force to physically tilt its axis in days. The energy required is immense, far beyond what a quiet comet should produce. Something big was moving around inside Threeey Atlas. To appreciate just how strange this is, we have to look at its predecessors. Our first interstellar guest, Oumuamua, was a profound mystery. It was a dark, reddish, elongated object that tumbled end over end. It showed no comet-like activity, yet it accelerated away from the sun as if something were pushing it. Theories ranged from a nitrogen iceberg to an alien solar sail. Then came Threeey Borisov, which was a relief to astronomers because it was, for all intents and purposes, a normal comet. It had a visible coma and tail, and its composition was similar to comets born in our own solar system. It proved other stars make comets just like ours. Threeey Atlas shatters that comfortable assumption. It isn't silent like Oumuamua or predictable like Borisov. It's loud, active, and behaving in a way we've never seen, suggesting the population of interstellar travelers is far more diverse than we ever imagined. So what is this thing? Webb's data paints a bizarre portrait. It's 7 miles wide, but its chemistry is alien. Weeks before reaching the frost line, where water ice turns to gas, The comet was already glowing with an eerie emerald green hue. This color comes from diatomic carbon, a chemical that usually appears much closer to the sun, indicating an unusual composition or unexpected heating. The biggest clue, however, comes from the dust. Webb's spectra show that the material being lifted off the comet includes pebble-sized grains. A normal, low-activity comet can only lift microscopic dust. Lifting pebbles requires a much more violent, energetic process, like a fire hose blasting away gravel. Among scientists, the working phrase is mobile internal volatile pockets, a cautious way of saying massive, shifting blobs of frozen gas are sloshing around inside this thing, and we've never seen anything like it before. The key to the mystery is the comet's unique chemical recipe. Comets in our solar system are mostly water ice. Threeey Atlas flips that on its head. Webb's instruments show it contains 8 times more frozen carbon dioxide, CO2, than water. In deep space, that's a stable mix. But as it approaches our sun, the CO2 ice turns directly to gas at a much lower temperature than water ice. This creates a powerful destabilizing effect. As sunlight penetrates the comet's porous crust, the buried CO2 turns into vast quantities of gas, building tremendous pressure. The best analogy is a shaken soda bottle left in a hot car. The pressure becomes immense. The thermal surges Webb detected, each synced to the comet's 3.7-hour rotation, are likely active regions or fissures venting enormous amounts of CO2 every time they face the sun. The force is enough to rearrange the interior of the comet and alter its rotation in real time. The news of a large interstellar object with internal motion triggered director's discretionary time at every major observatory, the scientific equivalent of breaking news. Within 48 hours, a global campaign was underway. The ALMA array in Chile began listening for chemical fingerprints. The Very Large Array in New Mexico aimed to map the nucleus. China's 500-meter aperture spherical telescope began pinging the object with radar. It's a sprint to understand the comet's internal engine before it passes us by. Preprint servers are already flooded with papers from theorists scrambling to model its behavior. The secrecy is palpable. No one wants to get this wrong, but everyone knows it's a major discovery. One Nobel laureate even admitted off-camera, this could be our first snapshot of an interstellar geyser happening live. Naturally, with a mystery this strange, speculation turned to aliens. A 7-mile-wide object, pulsing with clock-like regularity, it's a compelling narrative. But scientists must separate narrative from data. And the data does not point to an artificial origin. Webb's instruments see no signs of a metallic hull. The light is consistent with rock and ice. Radio telescopes aimed at Threeey Atlas have found only silence. No pings, no modulated signals. What we do have is that clock-like regularity, and that alone is enough to keep everyone leaning forward. When the first pulsars were discovered, their perfectly regular pulses led the discovery team to nickname them LGM-1 for Little Green Men. They turned out to be a new type of star. The safest, most scientific bet is that we are witnessing natural physics we've simply never seen up close. But with an object this strange, surprises are guaranteed. The moment of maximum drama is fast approaching. Perihelion, the comet's closest approach to the Sun, is on December 14, 2025. On that day, the nucleus will be subjected to a blast of solar heat orders of magnitude more intense than anything it has experienced in millions of years. For the comet, this will be its trial by fire. The intense heating could crack it wide open, triggering an outburst visible in amateur telescopes. This event is a critical test. If the 3.7-hour beat speeds up as heating increases, it will confirm solar energy is the driver. But if the rhythm stays constant or stops, it will mean the energy source is more complex. Perhaps it's a buried core of even more volatile ices. Or perhaps Threeey Atlas is a contact binary, two smaller comets fused together, now grinding against each other under the sun's tidal forces. Beyond the drama, Threeey Atlas is giving us a glimpse into a much bigger picture. The fact that we have now seen 3 interstellar visitors in just 8 years implies they are common. It suggests hundreds more are inside Neptune's orbit right now, too small and dark to be detected. Threeey Atlas proves these objects can carry chemistry completely alien to our own solar system. If CO2-rich bodies like this are common, it means ready-made greenhouse gases are shuttled from one planetary system to another. It's a form of cosmic cross-pollination. In watching Threeey Atlas, we are not just watching a comet, we are watching one of the fundamental processes that may shape planets across the cosmos.
After its fiery encounter with the Sun, Threeey Atlas has one more crucial date: January 28, 2026. On that day, the comet will make its closest approach to Earth, passing at a safe distance of about 21 million miles. This is near enough for our most powerful instruments to get an unprecedented look. NASA's Goldstone radar will ping the nucleus to build a detailed 3D map of its shape. Europe's new extremely large telescope will hunt for color flashes on the surface, betraying the composition of freshly exposed ice. And this isn't just for professionals. For observers in the southern hemisphere, the comet is predicted to reach a magnitude of +8.5, bright enough to be seen with a good backyard telescope under dark skies. It's a chance for anyone to see this incredible visitor before it vanishes forever. The James Webb Space Telescope didn't discover little green men. It flagged a living laboratory, a 7-mile-wide puzzle box screaming through our cosmic neighborhood. We now know something under that ancient crust is shuffling mass around on a perfect clockwork beat, and we have a precious few months to figure out why. If the rhythm quickens as it nears the sun, we will watch a comet reinvent itself. If it remains steady, we will learn something new about the mysterious engines that can power these alien objects from within. Either way, this story is unfolding live right now. Keep your eyes on the sky. The story of Threeey Atlas is far from over, and the next incredible twist could drop any day.